Today I'm climbing a red-cockaded woodpecker nest, a band of nestlings. It's 47 feet high. I'm gonna use Swedish climbing ladders to climb up the tree. They're 10-foot stackable sections. Then I'll climb back down, band the woodpeckers. And I apologize in advance for any cursing, because sometimes these 5-ladder trees are a little tough. Luckily this one's right on the road, which makes it really nice. If I have to carry 5 ladders too far, that wears me out. And anyway, like I said, I'm gonna try and band these, and I apologize for any cursing or grunting and groaning. The last section I got tied to a rope so I can pull that up. The third and fourth sections I'm just gonna hook on my arm. And that's usually the tougher part. Kind of hard on the arm. Like I said, these are Swedish climbing ladders, and they stack on top of each other. And then you chain each section to the tree if you need to, or if you can. You can't always get all of them chained. But I learned the hard way is like, definitely want to chain the bottom one. I had one slip on me one time, and I was hanging from a tree, and luckily somebody was with me that day. And they pushed the ladder back over so I could get unhung. But I limit, like, doing this work just time consumption wise and everything, is my camera reaches 50 feet, so I don't really generally do any over 50 feet. Just because I can't get the camera in there, it's too time consuming to try and climb every tree to check to see what's in the tree. Like I said, this is the hardest part, is getting these first few ladders up. Hopefully this will turn out. Not real sure on the angles of the camera, so you can see really well. We'll have to do some experimenting later on. This belt's adjustable. You can tighten it up as you go up. As the tree gets skinnier as you go up, you can cinch that down a little bit tighter, keep it comfortable. This is the fourth section here, and I'll pull up the fifth section with a rope here in a second. I know there's 2 nestlings in here. It was 3. And I was talking about brood reduction before, and one of the nestlings might not have got fed enough and died, or they tossed it out because they weren't getting enough food for the other nestlings. This is the last section here. I'm out of shape. First part of the year. First 50 footer of the year. Huffing and puffing a little bit. I'll probably be huffing and puffing the whole year. It's not the easiest work. At least it's cloudy today. Sometimes when that sun's out, it gets real dang hot. There's the cavity. See how it's covered with sap? Keeps rats, snakes, and other predators. This sap is kind of toxic. This is a loblolly tree. Longleaf trees even worse. Don't know if you can see in that cavity or not. Kind of goes to the side a little bit. Right now I'm gonna try to pull the nestlings out. You can hear them in there calling. They might start calling when I first stick the noose down in there. I'm using a rubber hose with monofilament leader material to try and noose them out. Got cornstarch on here because it helps keep your hands from getting sticky with this sap. See if I can get them out. You can hear them. They're pretty well fed, so they're not really begging that much as they can sometimes. Got one of them. One to go. Then I'll pull my camera. I got a little camera in my pocket to make sure that I didn't miss seeing one with the camera. Make sure I get all of them. It's not always this easy. I got both of them in 2 pulls. It's not always this easy. Like I said, I'm gonna pull the camera out real quick to make sure there was, like I said, there was 3 nestlings in here. I'm gonna make sure that I just didn't miss seeing one when I checked it a minute ago with the camera. Basically, this is the same camera setup that I use on the pole, but it's just a backup that I use. Just sometimes these cavities are so funky, it helps to be able to see where the nestling's at. If you can see that or not, but yeah, there's like no nestlings, just 1 egg left that went unhatched, which is not uncommon, and 1/2 a shell in there from an egg that already hatched. So 1 nestling is missing. So let's climb down and go band these birds real quick like. Like I said, I usually just kneel on the ground and band them, but since it's so close to the truck, I'm gonna use the tailgate here to band these birds. Kind of nice having the tailgate, don't have to kneel down on the ground. Getting old, every time I stand up, my knees start creaking. But I'm basically using like a little old binocular pouch here to keep the woodpeckers in while I'm climbing up and down the tree. And I have this color combination with the Fish and Wildlife bands, and every combination is different, and so that we can tell individual birds. And I'll have to sex these birds later on with the color combinations. And that in the fall we try to move, when we move birds, we generally move them in pairs. Don't pinch the toes here, just the aluminum band. Then my color combination is pre-written down right here. You can see that.